All right, this is the last set of problems that we're going to do, and these are the mixture problems, which can be very intimidating, I think. They sound a little scary. They sound very confusing. I put a chart in here, and I kind of copied it in here for you. This is really a great way to organize the information that's given in these mixture problems so that they become easier to solve. So we're gonna do 3 of them. I'm gonna walk you through the very first one really slow using this chart. So we want to know how many gallons of a 70% antifreeze solution needs to be mixed with 80 gallons of a 30% antifreeze solution to get a mixture that is 60% antifreeze. Use the 6-step method. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Don't worry about that. Use the chart. That's my recommendation. Okay? So you have to start with, okay, what you have. You have some sort of amount of this 70% solution. Okay? How many gallons do you have? I don't know, right? That's what we're trying to figure out. How many gallons are you going to use to get the desired concentration that you're looking for? Okay? So we have this chart down here. The first column is your percentage, your rate. Okay? So we have a 70%, which is 0.7 as a decimal. And we have how many gallons? We don't know. X gallons. Okay? So if 70% of all these gallons are antifreeze, 30% is something else, but 70% is antifreeze, then if you take the number of gallons and multiply by 70%, or 0.7, you will get the amount of actual pure total just antifreeze. Okay? We're going to mix that with 80 gallons of 30% antifreeze. So we have 80 gallons, because we know how much we have this time. The concentration is much lower. It's only a 30% solution. So that means 30% of 80 gallons, 0.3 times 80, is the amount of that liquid or that stuff that is pure antifreeze. So these first 2 columns are what we have. These first 2 rows, I should say. This last row in my little table here tells me what we want. Okay, we want a 60% solution. I don't care how many gallons I end up with, right? Because I don't know how many I'm adding, but I want a 60% solution. So I want the rate, the percentage, to be 0.6. How many gallons of this solution do I have? I don't know. I had 80% of the one type, and then I added X gallons of the other type. So my total amount is X plus 80. Okay? So 0.6 times X plus 80 gives me my total gallons of pure antifreeze. I want these 2 things mixed together or added to equal this last thing. So I want 0.7x, 70%, okay, X gallons of a 70% solution added with 80 gallons of a 0.3 solution to give me a 60% solution that is the sum of those 2 amounts, X gallons and 80 gallons. Okay, so this plus this, let me pick a different color here. This plus this needs to equal this. Okay, now let's say we don't love the decimals, and that's okay. I'm going to multiply everything on both sides by 10 to get rid of the decimals. So now I have 7x plus 3 times 80 equals 6 times x plus 80. And this is going to let me solve for x, which, remember, that's the number of gallons that I'm adding. Okay, that's the number of gallons of that 70% mixture. So I have 7x plus 240 equals, I'm going to distribute the 6. And then I'm going to try to get the x's by x together, right? So I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. I'm also going to get the numbers together, so I'm going to subtract 240 from both sides. So I get 1x equals 240. So I need to add 240 gallons of 70% mixture to what I had, 80 gallons of 30%, to get my desired concentration, to get my 60% solution. Okay, did I answer the question that they asked? Yes, I did. They wanted to know how many gallons I need. 240 is how many gallons I need. I really hope that makes sense. If not, maybe rewind, listen to that again. We're going to do 2 more. How many quarts of pure antifreeze? So, how much antifreeze is in pure antifreeze? Well, it's 100%. So I have 100%. How many gallons? I don't know. Quarts. We're in quarts this time. I don't know. And we're going to add that with 8 quarts of 50% antifreeze. Okay? So, 100% of X gallons gives me 1.00 or 1 times X. 50% of 8 gives me 0.5 times 8. Which, by the way, is 4 quarts, right? 50% of 8 quarts is 4 quarts. Okay, and I want a solution that is 60%. How many gallons am I going to have? I keep saying that, quarts. How many quarts am I going to have? 8 quarts plus X quarts is X plus 8 quarts. So that's going to give me 60% or 0.6 times X plus 8. I want these 2 things that I have added together to equal the desired concentration that I'm looking for. So I have 1X plus 0.5 times 8 equals 0.6 times X plus 8. And let's just say we don't love the decimals. Let's multiply everything by 10. 10X plus 5 times 8 equals 6 times X plus 8. Okay, so we don't have to deal with the decimals. I'm going to distribute the 6. And then I'm going to start collecting my like terms. The x's are going to go together. The constants are going to go together. And I end up with 4x equals 8. So x equals 2 quarts. So did I answer the question that I was asked? How many quarts of pure antifreeze? 2 quarts. 2 quarts of pure antifreeze would be added to get my desired 60% solution. All right, last question. This is very, very exciting. How much water should be added to 18 milliliters of a 17% alcohol solution to reduce it to a 9% alcohol solution? Okay, well, we're going to add X milliliters of water. How much alcohol is in water? None. It is a 0% alcohol solution, so that is 0 times X. And we're going to add that with a 17% alcohol solution that is 18 milliliters. So that would be 0.17 times 18. These are what we have. We want to get a 9% solution. Okay? How many milliliters is our solution going to be? It's going to be 18 milliliters plus X milliliters. So we get 0.09 times X plus 8. Okay? So we have 0x plus 0.17 times 18, 0.09 times X plus 8. Because remember, we want what we have added together, mixed together, to give us the desired 9% solution that we want. Okay? So we have 0x is 0, 0.17 times 18 equals 0.09 times X plus 8. If you don't love the decimal places, we can get rid of them. This time we have to move them over 2 spots, so we're going to have to multiply both sides by 100, not 10, because we got 2 decimal places to move over. So that gives me 17 times 18 equals 9 times X plus 8. And I'm going to distribute the 9. And I'm going to multiply 17 and 18. Then I'm going to get my number parts together. 306 minus 72 is 234. Divide both sides by 9, and I get x equals 26 milliliters. So, did I answer the question? Yes, I did. We need to add 26 milliliters of water to our solution to reduce the concentration to 9%. Okay, I hope this helps. Just a reminder, in class on Monday, the only thing I want you guys to be doing is your math homework. Not homework for another class, not playing games, not doing crazy stuff. Only math homework, and only math homework, okay? And I trust that you guys will do that. You're awesome. You guys are wonderful. On Tuesday, I won't see you because it's conference day and you guys aren't going to come. So the next time I will see you is Wednesday. We'll review Wednesday and Thursday, and then we are ready to take a test on Friday. So have a wonderful weekend, guys, and I'll see you on Wednesday.